All right, so go back. So the first one is capital and cash. So we have concluded that both capital is increasing and cash is increasing. Now, as we said, when capital increase, we credit. That simply means we write on the credit side inside the capital account. So remember that this side right here is debit side, right? And over here is credit side. Remember that. Good?
Yes, sir.
All right. So capital increase, we do what? Credit. That's all?
Credit.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
So I'm going to write on the credit side now in the account. So the first thing we write is the year 2020. All right. And over here 2020. So capital. So I'm going to start off by writing on the credit side for the transaction. So September 1, that's the date. And then we're going to go on now to write the details. Now jot this down in your notebooks for me. Jot this down. Just get a white blank thing across here. The details column will in an account is the name of the other account that is affected in the transaction. Jot that down for me. And write note briefly, underline it so you know say important. So the details column in an account is the name of the other account that is affected in the transaction. Tell me when you're finished.
Finished, sir.
Okay. Everybody finished? Everybody all right still?
Sir, 2 more words, sir. Come with that, we'll sir.
Okay. Remember, the details column in an account is the name of the other account in the transaction.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Finished, sir.
Good.
Wait, sir, I don't know.
Oh, you're finished?
No, sir.
Go ahead, see that. Let's finish now. All right. So, what's the name of the other account that's affected in the first transaction?
Yeah.
Cash.
Debit.
No, debit is the side of the account. What's the name of the other account in the transaction?
Cash.
Cash. In the details column, we're going to put cash. How much money?
10 grand.
$10,000. Right, $10,000 there. So remember, it's double entry. So every debit entry has a corresponding credit entry and vice versa. So we're going to go to cash account now because that's the other account. So what kind of account is cash? Is it an asset, liability, capital? What is it?
Asset.
Asset.
It's an asset. And we agree that cash is increasing, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. When asset increase, what do we do? Debit or credit?
Debit.
We debit. So the first thing we write is the date as I mentioned. Just copy this. So the date now will be September 1. What will be the details? Let me see if you're following. What will be the details for cash account?
Capital.
Very good. Capital is the details for the cash account. And how much money?
10.
5 grand.
How much?
5,000.
We're at September 1.
Oh,
10 grand, sir.
10,000.
$10,000. All right. So remember now, the two accounts that are affected, let me draw the arrow there. The two accounts that are affected here are capital and cash. Good? Two accounts. And double
Yes, sir.
entry simply means that in one transaction, you'll have two accounts affected. And for every debit entry, let me show you that now. For every debit entry, there is a corresponding credit entry and vice versa. Good?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Let's try the second one. All right. So in the second account now, it is place cash in bank. What are the two accounts there?
Cash and bank.
Cash and bank. We already have a cash account, right? Good. So we will not draw
Sure.
another one because we have cash account already. But do we have a bank account as yet?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
So to draw up another T account now, and this one will name bank. Bank account. Good? Everybody following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, what we want to do is decide which account is increasing, which is decreasing. Is cash increasing or decreasing? We take cash out of the cash till and put in the bank. Is cash increasing? It's decreasing. Very
Cash
good.
decrease, bank
And the bank is
increase.
what? Increasing. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And both of them are assets, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's apply the double entry rule now. Which one will we debit? Which one will we credit? Will we debit the cash or debit the bank?
Credit cash debit bank.
Who just said that a while ago?
Rochester.
Okay, very good, Chester. Anybody get that?
Hey,
Do you
repeat it,
understand
sir.
that?
You said debit cash.
No, he said debit bank and credit,
Credit
cash.
cash.
Right, because cash is an asset and cash is decreasing. So therefore, when assets decrease, give me the rule. What do you do?
Credit.
Credit. So you're going to go here and write September 2, and the details would be what? For September 2. What would be the details in the cash account? Rochester don't answer.
Bank.
Who answer, Rochester? And Rochester answer.
Yes, sir.
All right. Don't answer Rochester. I want somebody else to answer. So the details for September 2, because the two accounts are cash and bank. Remember, the details in one transaction will be the name of the other account in that same transaction. So therefore, the cash, the name will be bank. How much money, class? Anybody?
$5,000.
$5,000. Okay. Let's go now into the bank account. Bank is an asset and bank is increasing. When asset increase, what do we do? Debit or credit?
Debit.
Debit. So we come in on the debit side now of the bank account, and we're going to write. So September 2. Rochester don't answer. What will be
Cash.
the details
Yes, sir.
now, gentlemen? For
Cash.
very good. Cash. How much money?
$5,000.
$5,000. So let's go back to this again. For the first step for September 1, we have a credit and a debit. Every debit entry has a corresponding credit entry and vice versa. For September 2, it's the very same thing. The very same thing. We have that and that. Give me a minute, gentlemen. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Not sure? Me now hear man answer me now. What go on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Alright.
Yes,
Let
sir.
me erase. Nobody write. Just nobody write. That's it. I want to give you time to write. Let's go now quickly to the third chapter.